Obviously, you know, Saturday was a stinker. You have 2 or 3 a year, every single season. You just hope that you don't have days like that against the #1 team in the country. Because if you do, then you get embarrassed the way we did. Another great week. Georgia, and then obviously A&M at home. So no time to sit around and dwell on it on Saturday.
Franco, you spoke about how disappointed you were that there wasn't that fight against Kentucky they had in the previous game. Have you seen that maybe return since you guys got back, or have you seen it in practice where there's kind of a renewed attitude?
Yeah, we didn't do much yesterday. We lifted, watched some film. That's about all we did. So we'll compete today. They've been good in the past with letting go. I don't expect it to be any differently today and moving forward.
Coach, Sedarius was talking about it's perhaps being a make or break point this week in the season to really here on out. Do you share the same sentiments with the guys' goal still being to make a postseason tournament?
No, that's his opinion. I respect it. As a player, you're supposed to have opinions and ideas, and it's my job to help him fulfill his visions. But I never worry about postseason. I worry about today.
To kind of get back on track, would you say offense or defense needs to be repaired more at this point?
I'm not even paying attention to Saturday. You know, just it's I'm not losing too much sleep over that. It's embarrassing, and it's not something that that I'd like to see happen again. But you know, I was pleased. I was pleased with how we played against Missouri. I just don't think we made some shots that we got to make. That's why we could never separate in the game. You know, at the end they made some crazy three-pointers and all that stuff, which kind of happens when a team's down sometimes and they're just struggling to find life. And but you know, you know, against Vanderbilt we played well for 30 minutes and played awful for 10. You know, Arkansas just got us. I mean, we're in a fairly good game with them early in the second half, and it just, you know, got away from us. But you know, we've been playing well at home. We're playing hard. We're defending people. You know, offensively, I think we're starting. Against Kentucky, we tried some different thoughts, which is what I said. You know, after the game, that they didn't work. And but outside of that, I think we've been playing pretty good offensively. We just haven't made shots. That doesn't make you play. That doesn't mean you play bad on offense.
Coach, is there one guy in particular you're looking for to try to set the tone at Georgia to try to help you guys up to a strong start?
You mean on our team?
Yes.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, I spoke about this the other day. You know, Sindarius is kind of, as we continue to push and prod to get guys to embrace the willingness to accept responsibility. You know, he's done that here for the last couple of weeks, and he's kind of raised his hand, and he's been doing that. I think it's no surprise that he's the one guy that actually played with some kind of resolve against Kentucky, and I think that'll continue. I think that'll continue, and now that he's been willing to take on that responsibility, us as coaches, we lean on that, and then we help him through it, and help him understand how to take advantage of that responsibility that he's welcomed. And you know, I thought Dwayne was aggressive against Kentucky. He just didn't make shots. You know, I don't judge people by making shots. Dwayne's got to get back in the gym and shoot the ball like he did the whole preseason and earlier part of the year. He hasn't done that as of late. You know, that's a young player for you. You know, I remember having a similar conversation with Jacob Pullen during his sophomore year. You know, the ball wasn't going in the basket, and he wouldn't come in to shoot extra balls. And I said, Jake, why don't you do what Denny Clemente does? He comes in every night. I understand you two guys might be polar opposites off the court, but your teammates on the court, and his work ethic is second to none. Why don't you learn from him? And Jacob actually came in a couple times with Denny, and he went from not making shots to the leading scorer in the history of the school, just because he was willing to to engage in that. Dwayne has to get back to doing that.